Hey, welcome back to Liberty Accelerator. This is going to be the first in a series of articles that I'm going to constructively review with respect to what many in our military community are putting out there for the masses to consume. This particular article comes from Military Officers Association of America's monthly Military Officer magazine, and it is in the Family Matters section of the publication. Title: Tough Problems Get Tougher. A report on military families will need support long after the virus emergency. And the Commissioned Officer's Guide has taken a different approach with respect to the dependency upon which we perceive military service members to have. This world today is getting harder by the minute, and each of our individual families need to own the situation they're in, and then become educated on how they can avoid that in the future. And when they get ready to return to society, be an active contributing member to it and not a burden upon her. So what really irks me with some of these articles is the neediness that's portrayed by military families. And I think it starts way before any of us went into military service, and then is exacerbated with service in this environment in this culture that we perpetuate throughout our military careers. So this series is talking about MOAA having joined dozens of organizations to write a report on challenges faced by the uniformed services and veteran communities during the COVID-19 pandemic. This report organized dozens of town hall meetings, working groups, surveys, and analysis, and offers more than 40 actions for consideration. Over 57 pages long, it was released by the COVID-19 Military Support Initiative, a partnership between the Association of Defense Communities and Blue Star Families, both top-notch organizations, best I can tell, although I don't necessarily believe that the dependency mindset that persists for the veteran community or the active duty ranks is a healthy one. Here's a few examples. From a spouse: we cannot afford internet at home, so after work I drive the kids to the school parking lot, or we sit in the car to log on to the school Wi-Fi and work on school assignments. Second one: finances are stretched thin, says an Air Force spouse. Both of those complaints are a direct result of financial illiteracy and a lack of full money aptitude. And before you go off the handle and say, "Oh, what an a-hole," that was me 3 to 6 months ago. I grew up in a small town America with a dad that taught me to save and stay out of debt, and we're doing pretty good financially right now, just by chance. However, I wasn't financially literate, nor was I full of money aptitude through about the fall of 2020. And even though I've got 4 degrees from higher academia, 3 in the sciences and 1 MBA, none of that had taught me true financial literacy. I had to learn that on my own, and I had to branch out of the ivory towers and go find successful people out in society that actually understand money literacy and financial aptitude, or vice versa. The fact of the matter is, the vast majority of us are extremely financially illiterate because we are giving our perceived wealth to Wall Street to manage for us to hopefully have in 20, 30, 40 years down the road. And the fact of the matter is, under this current monetary system and a financial services system built on credit and fiat currency, if you don't understand that sentence I just said, you're in a world of hurt. Because I could have been in the same world of hurt, but I was able to pivot quickly, get my family's personal finances best positioned for the turbulence that's ahead of us, and make a decision and do something and own it and own my decision, and not be in a position to blame others for my woes. So this whole article is speaking to more assistance, more help. Woe to the military family. They don't know how to take care of themselves. right? More comprehensive assistance for families with young children to navigate educational challenges, provide for those with needs, and address COVID-specific problems. Installation and community-based support to tackle technology and logistics hurdles, with free wireless internet to ensure continued delivery of free or reduced price meals. An array of finance-related suggestions, including improved training programs, greater awareness of service-specific relief agencies, and more education efforts directed at junior enlisted personnel. All this stuff, these bureaucratic programs aren't going to fix your woes. What they're doing is giving fish away instead of teaching you to fish. And well, you can't keep depending on people to feed you. You need to learn how to fish. We need to get financially literate. We need to make that information available to the masses, even though it's at the click of their fingertips. If they just turn off Netflix and maybe focus on their own business every once in a while. It's funny how we spend hours and maybe days, perhaps weeks, planning our vacations, yet the vast majority out there don't spend 5 minutes a week looking at their own family finances and their own wealth business, so to speak. But we've got options. You can continue to go the way of the status quo, using the government servant at the base readiness center to guide you like everybody else has been guided over the last 20 to 40 years. Save for retirement, buy a house, get a job, go to school, get educated in ivory towers. Or you can do it differently. You can achieve true liberty and real freedom by owning your wealth, having complete and total control of your whole health, and by knowing yourself. So, I hope that's an insightful, constructive analysis of what I perceive as way too many handouts from the public, from the nonprofits, and many people's dependency on those because of a lack of a willingness to look at this matter, especially military family finance, from a different view. So if you want to learn more, take a look at the links down below. Be sure to like this message and share it. Not everybody gets MOAA's Military Officer Magazine. I'm a lifetime member. Unfortunately, I spent $750 about 3 years ago to join this organization, and frankly, I'm a bit disappointed in what they've had to offer. Matter of fact, it's atrocious. So save your hard-earned currency for other endeavors. I'll pass along to you the pertinent matters that come out of MOAA and their lobbying efforts on the Hill. If you want to worry about the little guy, me and you, out here in the real world, then join me in Liberty Accelerator. Check it out in the links below. And this is the Commissioned Officer Guide signing off. So we'll see you in the circle. Heck yeah.